Hey guys, this is Callum from EnglishShooting and welcome back to the channel. We're down here on the Bluefield Sports range because I have a gun to review. This is the Tippmann M4-22. A number of you have requested this video, so we've come down here to put it through its paces and see what it's all about. Of course, this is another 22 AR-15 clone rifle from Tippmann Arms. The variant that I have here started its life as the Pro S model. Obviously it has a lot more upgrades on it at the moment, which I'll get onto in a sec. But the Pro model is currently the cheapest way to get into a Tippmann M4-22 within the UK. The UK distributor is Shooting Supplies. This is currently the cheapest model they have available on the website. 2 years ago, when the Tippmann first came in, there was a classic variant available. I don't know if that's still available, if they're just out of stock at the moment, but that had the classic M4 forend on it. The Pro model, the Pro S that I have here with the 12-inch barrel being denoted by S, and the Pro is a composite polymer forend. There is also an Elite variation, and that comes with a full metal aluminium forend, again in an S and an L variant. The S, 12-inch barrel, the L, a 16-inch barrel. So this Pro starts at £900. You can then get the Elite S for £950 and an Elite L for £1,000. So it's sort of sitting at the top end of, say, 22 AR-15 clone money, which ordinarily would denote that it's going to be a quality rifle. And really it is. Everything is made to a high quality. The fit and finish of the rifle is really, really nice, and it does feel really, really nice in the hand. It is a full metal upper and receiver, so it does give you that weight of a full 223 AR-15. Going for the Elite model with the metal forend, again, is going to give that extra little bit of weight. I know when people go for 22 clones, there is this divide of people that don't care about the weight. They actually want it as light as possible, but some people may want to simulate an AR-15, a 223 AR-15 for training purposes, or they may just feel that they shoot better with a heavier rifle. In terms of the controls and the functions of this gun, you obviously have all of the standard controls in all of the standard positions, and the Tippmann does feature a forward assist and an operational dust cover. Not many have this functioning buffer tube and spring, again giving even more similarity to a standard 223 AR-15. So I said that this gun has had a few upgrades. Well, first of all, it has the GPO scope on there. It's got a magload muzzle brake, the 3D printed muzzle brake. It's got a magload safety, although I believe this is a prototype, so it's not available for purchase yet. Got a magload ambi mag release and the magload magwell. In terms of upgrades for this gun, it is a little bit of a bad point. So for your grip, your stock, the magazine release and your forend, they are completely mil-spec, but the safety, trigger and also the magwell dimensions are not mil-spec. So if you're looking to upgrade the trigger, there are a few Tippmann specific upgrades available, but you can't just go and get one off of the shelf like other clones on the market. Again, with the safety, it is a proprietary safety, so you are very limited to only what Tippmann or people specifically make for Tippmann. And to my knowledge, the magload magwell is the only magwell available for this rifle. It is a high quality rifle. We have experienced great reliability with this, which would make it a perfect competition gun. Certainly is one of the more reliable 22 clones out there. However, what lets the Tippmann down in my mind is when you actually start comparing it to other variations or other rifles on the market, and then it starts to lose points. So for me, the biggest competitor is always, when you talk about 22 AR-15 clones, is the Smith & Wesson 15-22. For me, this is the benchmark AR-15 clone. Yes, it doesn't have the weight and the full metal of an AR-15 like the Tippmann does, or even the Kriss Defiance, but in terms of its price, in terms of reliability and functionality, it is very, very hard to beat. But if you're not looking for, you know, lightweight, if you want that full realistic feeling, then the Tippmann is going to pip the 15-22. If you're not after that just outright performance and you want a bit more realism, you want something that's going to be closer to a 223 platform, then you should be looking at the Tippmann. But then on that note, if you're looking at a Tippmann for that reason, then you can't help but look at the Kriss Defiance as well. The Kriss Defiance is fully mil-spec. You can drop any standard AR-15 components into it. Personally, if I was looking for outright performance and reliability, I would go for the 15-22. If I was looking for the closest thing that a 2.2 can be to a 2.23, then I would probably look at the Kriss. However, the Kriss is £200–300 more expensive. So you can sort of get the best of both worlds. You can get a gun that's really good value for money, save a little bit of money over the Kriss Defiance, but get something that's going to simulate a real 223 AR-15 very, very well. So it is on its own very hard to fault this rifle. There are, for me, only two main things. First of all, whilst it is nice and more realistic to have the buffer tube, I found that shooting 2.2 out of it, because you don't have the same recoil and the same noise as a 2.23, you can actually feel the spring and actually hear the spring when you've got your face onto the stock, and it can be quite off-putting and distracting. And actually, for me, the worst thing about the rifle is the magazines, and it does sort of show where Tippmann have come at this rifle from. So you look at that and you would say, okay, yeah, it looks very similar to an AR-15. Could even confuse that for a Magpul magazine. But then you realise, okay, it's got this cover on it. And to me, I really don't know why Tippmann has done this. It actually makes it more awkward to load, there's more components to go wrong, and it just shows that Tippmann have maybe gone for more of the clone market than an outright performing 2.2 rifle. If they were going for absolute performance, you wouldn't have any of this sort of fakery on the guns. Having said that, with the Tippmann magazines, they are built very, very well. There's a couple of nice features about them, mainly the metal feed lips. I know that the 15-22 magazines can wear out. These are going to obviously last a lot longer. The load assist, it's two-tiered, so you can grab hold of the bottom one when you first start to load it, and when it gets towards the end, there's a top one which allows you to get a better purchase and is actually quite comfortable to load. So yes, it's always been a little bit of a weird one for me. When you take into account what you can upgrade and play around with, the price point and overall build and quality, it's sort of very hard to overlook, say, the 15-22 or the Kriss. But if your budget is bang on the nose, £900, £1,000, you're after something that's gonna be reliable, that is overall well built and feels more like a real AR-15, then the Tippmann may very well be for you. If you're interested in picking one up or learning anything more about the Tippmann M4-22, head over to the Shooting Supplies website. They are the UK distributor. They hold all of the different variants available, and they can send out guns to your local RFD if you do want to purchase one. But there we go, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and make sure you're subscribed for future videos. And as always, guys, I hope to see you soon.